Live in college dorm with roommate. Have nightmares about fairly typical scary things. Flashes, zoom-ins on disturbing images, things that I've never seen realized in crystal clear imagery, and etc. For some reason, I'm completely unmoved in the nightmare. I'm not scared at all. The part of me that normally feels fear is just not home. Think clearly. Is that all you've got? Wake up, lying on my side in bed. Eyes are closed, but I'm 100% awake. Because something is watching me. It's in the room about 10 feet away, staring at me. It fucking hates me. Like, despises me, and wants to inflict pain and suffering and terror above all else. Sense it so vividly that I could sketch out the exact position of everything in the room, including this thing. The nightmare wasn't scary, but now I'm fucking terrified. Know about sleep paralysis and shadow people, so I try moving my arms and legs without making too much noise, or letting the thing know that I'm awake. I slowly and deliberately move my arms and legs and shift under the covers, trying to keep my breathing steady. Open my eye a sliver and look where the entity is. It's an irregular ball of shadow about the size of a football, maybe 3 feet off the ground. Spherical, completely non-humanoid. It's not a shadow person, and I'm not sleep paralyzed. Roommate snores and turns over. The entity pulls back and seeps through the wall, as if it's descending towards the ground. Disappears, and the feeling of loathing disappears with it. Even if I imagined it, and it was just some nightmare lobe of my brain made manifest. It was creepy as fuck. In Leander, visiting my cousins. They have friends that live out in the hills, surrounded by woods. We go to their friend's house to hang out. The way we walked there was through the woods. Almost getting dark, cousins decided to leave. I stay a while. Eventually, it gets dark. Cousins' friends start going to sleep. I have to walk back, alone, at night. Luckily, I have a phone and use light. Walking through woods, going pretty smooth. Suddenly, I hear footsteps on leaves. Sound from behind me. I turn around. There's a fat guy grinning at me. I'm nearly froze, staring at him. All of a sudden, he takes a step forward at me. I fucking book it, running through the woods at night. Eventually, I see a light come up, and it's my cousin's house. Never felt so good in my life. This happened in Sandy Creek. The area has a lot of druggies and generally weird people. I quite possibly could have been killed. It's not much of a story, but it's my story. Also, it scared the fuck out of me at the time. Still now, a little bit. He was probably only a bum, but his eyes, they weren't right. Be me, 7. Rough night, feel unwell, bad sleep. Wake up at 2, have wet my bed. Don't want to tell mom and dad. Just rip off the sheets and grab a doona and go to the lounge. Set up a bed on the couch. No lights on in the house, but very light outside, strong moonlight. Get a slight creepy feeling, not sure why. About to get up and turn on a light, when something tells me to stay perfectly still. From the streetlight, can see a shadow moving on the lounge wall. There's someone on a veranda. Yep, can even hear light footsteps. Not sure what to do, just stay still and try to pretend I'm not here. A few minutes pass. I'm still terrified but decide, make a mad dash for my room. Sit up, peek out the window. There's a man sitting on our deck. As I move the netting just a few millimeters, he looks up, locks eyes straight on me. Can't make out much, but definitely an older guy. Wrinkled face. Eyes stare right through me. He looks angry. Points at me. Get up and run down the hall screaming, "Mom? Dad! There's a man outside!" Dad jumps up and does a sweep around. I'm terrified he's going to get murdered. Mom takes me back to bed. "Oh, little Anon, you wet the bed. I think you must have been having a bad dream is all." Like, fuck, bitch, we were nearly broken into. I probably saved you from a raping. Have no idea who the fuck that was and why they were hanging out on our veranda at that hour. Could never relax in that lounge by myself at night, ever again. Be me, be 19, 6 years ago. Hunting in a wilderness area. Suns out, guns out.png. Been out here for 4 days. Been hearing some weird shit, but nothing absolutely crazy. Mostly just breathing. Safe to say that should have been a red flag number 1 to get the fuck out of there. Chilling by a river. I'm leaving tomorrow morning, so I don't really feel like taking out anything bigger than a rabbit. Look across river and shit my pants. Across the river is something I can only describe as an elongated woman. Her arms and legs have to be at least 5 feet on their own. Neck like one of those giraffe bitches in Africa. Her head is twitching and swaying. She's wearing tattered white clothes and has matted black hair that goes down to around her lower back. She screeches so fucking loud, my ears start ringing. I start hauling ass out of there. Know that if I head west, I will hit a trail and can take that back to the parking lot. 10 fucking miles to go. I hear her behind me, at least 15 feet back. Nope. At this point, it's giggling and chanting something. No idea what the fuck it was saying. Sounded something like war rock or something. Hauling mad ass. Make it to the trail after what I can only assume was 3 hours of straight sprinting. Continue running. At this point, I hear her to the back and left of me. She doesn't want to leave the cover of the forest. At this point, I realize that the only reason I am still alive is the fact that I am on the trail. Because she sounds like she is right fucking next to me. Legs start moving like Shaggy's in Scooby-Doo when he sees a monster. Make it to the car. One more inhuman screech, and that's the last I hear of whatever the hell she was. Always bring a buddy with me when I go on hunting trips now. Posted this one in a creepy thread ages ago. Stories from an ex-military guy I know from the pub. Pilot flying up in Northern Territory. Radio into the airship, he knows the couple that run it. Says he'll be there in 4 hours. Will radio when he's near the airstrip. Gets close to airstrip, radios the couple in. No reply. Circles and tries again. Still no reply. Goes to airstrip in the next town over. Tell the lads working there the couple never picked up the radio. They call the police. Police come around to them, they all travel to the airstrip the couple own. Get there about 2 or 3 a.m. The lights in the house are off, but the spotlights are on. Some were shining off into the hill. They walk around the side of the house where the dogs are kept. 2 things they notice right away. The dogs are dead, but there was no sign of physical harm on them. They all had looks of terror on their face. It appears they were literally scared to death. Second thing was the side of the house was riddled with bullet holes. But they were fired from the inside out. They go into the house to find the couple dead on the ground, with the man's AR-15 in his hand. They had a look of fear and shock on their faces, same as the dogs. And they were said to have died the same way as the dogs. Police radio it in. At dawn, most of the other police and paramedics get there, and so do some lads from the Air Force. They saw them talking to the police, then came over to the locals and told them to fuck off out of here, and don't tell anyone what they saw or may have heard. The guy who told the lad from the pub I go to was in the USAF, and was involved with Project Blue Book and other UFO-related business. He told him strange lights and other strange events had went down in the area the night of the incident. Be me, be the summer, be stormy. Get home after work, tired as fuck. Go to bed early. Have crazy scary dream. In dream, lying down in bed. Hear, psst, coming from my bathroom. Look up, thinking nobody but me is home. See tall man, wearing black coat, peeking out of my bathroom. Sees that I see him. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come on, we don't have all day, he said, motioning to me to follow him. I lie back down, still tired, and not gonna follow a stranger I don't know. I wake up. 2 a.m. Man, that was a crazy dream. Go to bathroom. My face when the window is open. My face when water is strung across my bathroom floor. My face when it might not have been a dream. Be me 6 months ago. Apartment flooded with sewage. Lost everything. Shitty renter's insurance. Wife and I moved back to my childhood home while we save up enough to replace furniture. Car immediately breaks down when we get there. No problem, I can take bus to work. Bus stop is 30-minute walk from house through an area that used to be woods growing up. Always had nightmares about things in the woods. Wasn't allowed in the woods near my house, but everywhere else, we had free reign. They've recently added houses and a road cutting through the woods and a bridge built over a massive ravine. Starts getting dark at night. Fall.jpg. Walk home from work in the dark one night. Hear rustling in the bushes. Regular suburban dad dude walks out of the woods. What the fuck, that tiff. Crosses my path way too close for comfort. Didn't get a good look at him. Walks casually into the forest. Nothing but the ravine and darkness for miles. I nope the fuck out of there. That night, my wife has a nightmare that I grabbed her in the bathroom and had the face of the demon and tried to suck out her soul. Reminds me of the nightmares I had as a kid. Crazy stuff is still happening to us. Hear noises in the ravine. See nothing in the day. Movement at night. Nightmares from my childhood. Taking SSRIs now. Moving out soon.jpg. Be me, about 15 years ago at my parents' place, falling asleep in bed. Very old house in Upper New Jersey, near the edge of a swamp and large woods. End up falling asleep and waking up at about 3 a.m. because of weird noises. Weird fucking white flashes from outside window, followed by slight whispering sounds. Hear large thud hit the roof of the house. This somehow does not wake up any other family members sleeping. More scuffled thuds and weird skittering sounds on roof. My room has a skylight window to look out at the stars. Remember this and check to see. Eyes lock on the skylight window, and my body froze. Tall and extremely skinny and lanky thing on the window. Ribcage pushed against glass. Could make out a translucent skin that showed veins and organs pumping behind it faintly. Hands with elongated fingers that had large insect hair-like structures protruding out. Black fur that wrapped around it, but also lots of pale translucent skin. Horn-like spikes coming out the body and top of head. Thick deer-like horns coming out the side of its face. And large, bright yellow owl-like eyes that never broke off sight of mine and turned the room the same faint color. Creature would tilt its head as if inspecting me. I wanted to run, but my body was like a deer in headlights. Tried to scream, but couldn't get anything but cracking noises out. Entire body froze up, but also felt like it was burning. Heard strange sounds and noises inside my mind, like it was trying to speak to me. Scrambled things that I couldn't understand. It breaks eye contact, as if it turned to look up at the sky. Regained control of my body. Tears running down, I screamed and ran out of the room and woke everyone up. Tell family what happened. No one believes me. No marks on glass or a sign of it when Dad came to check room. End up sleeping in a closet with no windows for the rest of the night. This was posted on here a while back, and it still gives me chills. Had a weird dream last week. It's strange like any other dream. However, this one was far stranger. Pure darkness surrounded me. While I have some awareness, I can't see or move. All of a sudden, a woman appeared and she just stared at me with a blank expression. Not a single word is said. Wake up. For some reason, a thought popped up in my head. Stay out of my dreams. I was still pretty tired, so I went back to sleep. Wake up a few hours later. Realize that the woman from my dream is someone I used to go to school with. Go on her social media. She made an ominous post. It's just a photo of her with the same blank stare from the dream. There's a caption too. I'll see you in your dreams.